When will humans land on the moon again? When will the next SLS rocket of the NASA-Artemis mission lift off? And where is our Orion capsule now? Eager to find out? Then stay tuned and watch this episode. Hello and welcome back to Alex SpaceX Talks. Today with an overview of NASA's Artemis moon program and a quick Artemis I mission update. 2 weeks ago, the mighty SLS rocket roared to the skies, sending the Orion capsule on its journey to the moon. NASA's uncrewed Orion spacecraft reached the farthest distance from Earth it will travel during the mission, almost 400,000 kilometers from our home planet. The spacecraft also captured stunning imagery of Earth and the moon together. Reaching the halfway point of the mission, the spacecraft remains in healthy conditions as it continues its journey in distant retrograde orbit, an approximately 6-day leg of its larger mission thousands of miles beyond the moon. To date, flight controllers of NASA have accomplished around 50% of the test objectives associated with the mission, with many remaining objectives set to be evaluated during entry, descent, splashdown and recovery on December 11. While Artemis I is still an uncrewed flight test of the Space Launch System and the Orion spacecraft around the moon, Artemis II will be the first crewed flight test of the Space Launch System and the Orion spacecraft around the moon. This will be a pioneering crewed spaceflight for the Artemis program, taking humans further than they've ever been in space. After being launched into space by the SLS rocket, the 4-person crew will fly the Orion module around 7,400 kilometers beyond the far side of the moon, complete a lunar flyby and return to Earth. The mission will take between 8 to 10 days and collect valuable flight test data for Artemis III. Planning is already on the way for a regular cadence of Artemis missions with crew on and around the moon. The third mission to the moon is set to be the first moon landing since Apollo 17 in 1972. Building on the Artemis II mission, 4 astronauts aboard the Orion module will dock with the Lunar Gateway and remain in space for 30 days. The human landing system will then take 2 astronauts down to the moon's south pole, a region previously unvisited by humans. The astronauts will most likely travel to the lunar surface on a lunar starship manufactured by Elon Musk's company SpaceX. The astronauts are expected to spend a week exploring the surface and perform a variety of scientific studies, including sampling water ice, first detected on the moon in 1971. Artemis III will be the history-making event, the one that, having occurred, will change the world forever. The Artemis program is a series of ongoing space missions run by NASA. 3 Artemis missions are currently in progress, and NASA has already awarded contracts for boosters on rockets up to Artemis 13. However, NASA's long-term goals are even more ambitious. Using the technology and research developed during the Artemis flights, NASA intends to launch a future crewed mission to Mars. This Moon-to-Mars plan involves building a new space station in lunar orbit and, eventually, a habitable moon base. So, when will we finally see humans on the moon again? After all the delays and recent setbacks with the Artemis program, my honest guess would be 2028. But anyhow, let's just keep our fingers crossed for a successful splashdown of the Orion capsule on December 11. In the meantime, I wish you all a wonderful week and I'm hoping to be seeing you soon in my next video. Ciao!